Good morning, guys. I was sitting here and I wanted to talk to you because I'm trying something new this year and it seems to be working fairly well. And I wanted to share with you how I did it. I'm trying to propagate 4 different tree cuttings, and we've got maple, mulberry, willow, and apple tree. So what I've done is I've gotten some large mason jars, and as you can see they're sort of sitting in indirect light, and I filled them with rainwater. I would use rainwater, pond water, if you got a creek or something like that nearby. Use something like that. I probably wouldn't use like tap water. I don't know, but I would just assume with all the chemicals and stuff in it that it might hinder the process a little bit. So use some sort of fresh water in that sense. If you have no access to that, maybe get a jug of spring water or filtered water, and hope that it's not one of those that they just label that. But anyway, so what I've done is I've gone to the tree, and now it's fall here. I don't know when you'll watch this, but I took these cuttings around the 1st of September. It's now maybe middle of September, but I've taken them in the fall. And from what I understand, fall cuttings are not as good as spring cuttings, but you can do fall or spring. But I will say this, I've found with willow, because a lot of these willow already have little roots on them already. There's a tiny ones there. They're kind of like the weed of the tree kingdom. It doesn't seem to matter with them. I've got thick cuttings, and you can see there's already roots starting on that one. I've got skinny ones. So yeah, it doesn't seem to matter with those. But I've taken cuttings anywhere from 8 to 12 inches, some maybe a little bit longer, but you know, guesstimating. If you do smaller ones, you may want a smaller jar. But I've taken them about that length, and I've taken, if they still have leaves on them, I've taken most of the leaves off. You can take all of them off, but doing this in the fall, I'm finding that the leaves are helping me keep an eye on to make sure that they're getting enough water. If they're not, then from what I understand, just take them and trim open the bottoms again, see if that helps. Some of the other, like, okay, this, I believe it's a maple. It doesn't have any roots yet, but what I've done is not only cut the bottom, but I've also cut up some of the side near the bottom. That helps the water get in, as well as roots to form. But I will say, this one's already getting little buds on it from this experiment. So we got hopes for this one. Same with the apple. Let's see, nope, that's another maple. Here's an apple. Get it out here. Yeah, that's stuck. But just score up some spots. Now you can see on this apple, it's already getting little bumps. So I'm hoping that's places where roots will come out. But I've just left a lot of areas for water to get in as well. Now what I'm going to do is, since it's fall, and these are all native to my area, so they should overwinter fairly well. But I've taken a lot. I've taken a lot of cuttings just in case. I figure my chances are 50-50. We hope they're that good. We hope they're better than that. It'd be great if all of them rooted. But since it's fall here, I'm going to let them get roots, and then immediately after they've got roots big enough to sustain them, I'm going to put them in some pots with some dirt. Not these, but just anything I've got, about 1 gallon-ish size. And then I'm going to put them in sort of a protected area so that they don't freeze completely through. So like behind a garage, on a porch, you know, something like that. You don't want to, at least I wouldn't want to over warm them, because I don't want them to start growing in the middle of winter and then die off completely. So we want to let them go dormant like they normally would, but we want to get them potted too, because I don't want to overwinter them and fight to try to keep them alive for months. So that's what we're going to do with these, and hope it works. So hopefully back in the spring I can show you our survivors and how that all went. But that's pretty much how I've done this. It seems simple in the putting it together. I just, like I said, this is my first time trying it, so we'll see how it goes. I will say, make sure you keep your water topped off, and it should be good to go. And this willow water is really good for not only propagating other trees, but propagating just about anything. And so I've even stuck some in my rainwater collection barrel to add some boost to the plants that I water. But yeah, so I hope this inspires you to give it a try, because that's all I'm doing. I'm giving it a try and hoping for the best, seeing what happens, kind of experimenting, and so far so good. A lot of them are doing well. Let's see if I can find, there's like, not that one. There's one willow shoot that's got, right here. It's got really, it's getting some longer roots going. So hopefully this one can get planted sometime soon. So we'll see. So I hope you liked this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.